Hello.
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 Today we look at antiques.
Like this one.
And we go to this place. Christie's, an auction house in London.
This used to belong to my grandmother. And I think it belonged to her grandmother before that. Now it belongs to me. I inherited it. It's an antique, and it's quite valuable. But, to be honest, I don't like it. And I don't know what to do with it. What do you think?
Well, if you don't like it, sell it.
Yes, I wouldn't keep it unless I liked it.
I don't know.
What would your sister have done if she had inherited it?
Oh, she would have kept it. That's the problem. My family thinks it's very beautiful. They'll be very unhappy if I sell it.
So, should Kevin keep it or sell it? What would you do if you inherited something you didn't like?
I would probably sell it.
I think I would keep it.
If I inherited a valuable antique, I would definitely keep it.
I would sell it. I think I would keep it unless I was particularly desperate for money for some reason.
If I inherited a valuable antique, I would certainly keep it. If it had been in my family, I would want to keep it in my family.
What do you think of this?
I think it's very expensive.
Expensive? But it's a work of art.
It's too expensive. I won't buy it unless you reduce the price.
Reduce the price? Never.
Okay, goodbye.
Wait. What would you do if I reduced the price to £9,000?
I'd say it's still too expensive. Goodbye.
Stop! What if I reduced it to £8,000?
No.
7,000.
Now that's very nice. How much is that?
No.
The customer won't buy the sculpture unless the artist reduces the price. Unless. If the artist doesn't reduce the price, the customer won't buy it.
I still don't know what to do with my work of art. Here's the advice that David and Natalie gave me.
If you don't like it, sell it. If you don't like it, sell it.
I wouldn't keep it unless I liked it. I wouldn't keep it unless I liked it.
Then Natalie asked me about my sister.
What would she have done if she had inherited it? What would she have done if she had inherited it?
She would have kept it. That's my problem. My family all like it. They'll be very unhappy if I sell it.
Kevin, you must find out how much it's worth.
Yes, how do I do that?
Take it to Christie's.
Christie's is an auction house in London. They auction paintings and antiques. Mark Poltimore is a director of Christie's. He's responsible for 19th century paintings. Here's how Mark describes the work of Christie's.
Christie's is an auction house which was founded in 1766, so we have a lot of tradition in the company. Our main role is to act as an agent for our sellers, or our vendors as we call them. You can bring in any item of antiquity here, from dolls to pictures to silver, furniture. There's, I think, 77 different types of category you can bring in. A lot of people write to us. Out of the blue, they send a photograph of the object in question, and they send it to us, and we give them an informal valuation. The second method is we have many clients coming into our reception area, and they bring their objects to our reception, again, for an informal valuation.
Victoria Bridges. Hi Mark, it's Jo at the front counter. I've got Victoria Bridges. She's got a 19th century painting if you'd like to come down. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Bye. If you'd like to go and wait by room number 5, Mark will be down in a second.
By and large, I can judge a painting within a few seconds. I think, like all these things, one's first reaction, one's gut reaction, is often the correct reaction. Well, first impression is wonderful. It's by this artist called Ruben Santoro, who's an Italian artist. And I think he was born in the 1850s, and he died in Naples in 1942. He specialised really on these sort of architectural views. And here we have, I think, a beautiful view of Venice. And I have to say, it is one of the nicest I've seen for a long time. What I like particularly is the little blob of red there, and the flowers there, and the yellow there. It's wonderfully colourful. And I think it's commercial, not only for Italians, but also Americans or anybody who's been on holiday to Venice. It just sums it up beautifully. Have you ever sort of wondered what it might be worth?
No, I have no idea. I was hoping you could tell me.
Well, there have been a number on the market, and I would expect this could make at least £8,000 to £12,000.
Really?
Could make more if we can get the right Italians and Americans in. Possibly sort of up to 20,000.
Goodness.
But it's a wonderful picture, and it's so unexpected to see it.
How can you tell that it's authentic?
Well, there are a number of reasons. First of all, the style is absolutely typical, and the quality is all there. I mean, this is quite a difficult picture to copy because it's so sort of intricate. But perhaps more importantly is this signature here. And if you look through the magnifying glass, you can see that the signature very much is part of the picture, not sort of on top of the varnish.
Oh, yes.
And this is a good indication. If it hadn't been right, I'm afraid its value would have been considerably less. You could have sold it as a decorative piece, but that brings the value down to perhaps £1,000.
So what's the next step?
Well, if you wanted us to sell it for you, we would include it in our next important sale of 19th century pictures in 3 months' time. And our terms would be 10% commission plus various other charges, including photograph and insurance charges. We take a commission from this. So we take a basic commission of 10%. Unless you are a trader, you will get if you're in the business, you get a commission reduction of up to 4%. So the basic commission is 10%, but if you're a trader, it will be 6%.
What did Mark say about the signature on the painting?
If it hadn't been right, its value would have been less.
The auction house takes a commission from the vendor, that is to say, some money from the person selling. How much do they take?
We take a basic commission of 10%, unless you are a trader. If you're a trader, you pay a smaller commission.
Now let's see what happens at an auction. First of all, how fast is everything done? What is the pace of an auction?
The pace is quite quick. If it's too slow, people get bored. It all sounds very exciting, and you should pace yourself very slowly. But if you don't work quickly, people literally fall asleep. And I think we do between 60 and 100 lots an hour, which is a pretty fast pace. And so we tend to start the sales at about 11 o'clock in the morning, and they should be over by lunchtime.
980. Thank you. Lot 8. Just for change, another Galleon Lalou. And considerable interest on this as well. £2,000 is offered. 2,200, 2,500, 2,800, 3,000. Bidding 3,200, 3,500, 3,800. At £3,800, 4,000. Same buyer, 4,000. With you, sir, against the commission bid. 4-2 on the telephone, 4-5. No, 4-5. The bid's here at 4-5. 4 bidding, 4-8.
The bidding does slow down because sometimes we have banks of telephones where people are ringing from abroad instead of actually being present at the sale.
5-8. 6,000.
If you go to auction, there is the excitement of competition. If you have one person that's interested in your object, it will almost certainly go for the reserve price. because there's only one bid. But if there's two people, anything could happen. And that's the excitement.
£7,200. Thank you very much. 281 again.
Items at an auction have a reserve price, the minimum price that the vendor wants to receive.
And as we saw, there can be a lot of competition in the bidding.
Everything goes at a fantastic speed because, as Mark said,
if you don't work quickly, people fall asleep.
Let's finish with two pieces of advice from Mark. First, what should you do if you think you have a valuable antique at home?
If you find a picture or any antique which you are not certain of, or indeed you don't know its value, do bring it into us. I think a lot of people are frightened about coming into Christie's, or indeed coming into any sort of establishment. They don't want to appear foolish. But you must come in, because if you don't ask, you'll never know whether the picture on the wall or in the attic is valuable.
29. Again, £3,000 is off.
And what should we buy at an auction?
You should buy what you like, and if you enjoy it, then you're lucky, and if it goes up in value, you're even luckier.
Mark had some good advice for Kevin. He said you should take your antiques to be valued. And the reason?
If you don't ask, you'll never know.
Okay, I'll take it to Christie's right away.
What will you do if they say it's very valuable?
I'll sell it.
Good.
Unless my family thinks it's a bad idea.
I hope they think it's a good idea. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You know what?